All right, what's up, everybody? Devil's Advocate here. So, this is another attempt. It's my second time doing a reaction cam. I haven't even watched this yet, but the reason I'm doing a reaction cam on this is because I got a feeling if this holds true to what I'm used to seeing, the press secretary is going to come out. She's going to say some things, and then the press themselves are going to completely deflect. So let's just see. Let's see how this goes. I'll probably have to skip through here because these things are really long, and I noticed that this doesn't give me a whole lot of time to do these things. So let's just see what we got.
Employers who are not taking up.
Let's see where let's see where it starts. All right, here we go. If this gets too stupid too quick,
good afternoon, everyone. I just spoke with the president, and he wanted to thank the commissioner of Big Ten football, Kevin Warren, and all of the players, parents, coaches, and fans who wanted more than anything to play football. The president was happy to get this thing going, and now you will have players in Maryland, New Jersey, Pennsylvania, Wisconsin, Ohio, Iowa, Indiana, Illinois, Minnesota, Mississippi, and Nebraska who will now have access to football, which is very good to see. Okay. Transitioning to a much more somber topic, and one that is very important to the president, I want to talk a little bit about our police officers. Okay. 14 months ago, 2 deputies with the Los Angeles Police Department were sworn in to protect and serve their community. This past Saturday, these 2 deputies were ambushed. While sitting in their patrol car in Compton, California, a suspect approached the passenger side window, took aim, and fired multiple shots at point-blank range into the patrol car. "I've been shot, send help," begged one of the deputies over 911. This was a cowardly, brazen, and unprovoked attack against law enforcement. One of the deputies attacked was a 31-year-old mother of a 6-year-old boy. She was seen on security footage attending to the wounds of her partner, despite being shot in the jaw and arm herself. She is a true hero. Rushed to the hospital, these 2 deputies were targeted yet again. The LA County Sheriffs tweeted this: "To the protesters blocking the entrance and exit of the hospital emergency room, yelling 'We hope they die,' referring to 2 LA sheriffs ambushed today in Compton. They said this: 'Do not block emergency entries and exits to the hospital. People's lives are at stake.'" Truly despicable behavior from those protesters. People's lives are indeed at stake. And it is truly, quote, "a double miracle," as the Los Angeles Sheriff Alex Villanueva described it, that these 2 deputies are alive today. Okay. Targeting a police officer is an assault against your community. It is an assault against law and order. It is antithetical to what we value as Americans. We all remember the disastrous impact of the Ferguson effect. We do not want to see a repeat today. Defund the police is not just dangerous policy, it is a poisonous ideology.
It is.
We must respect our police, not revolt against them. True. In the past 24 hours alone, we've seen law enforcement targeted across the country. This is in 24 hours. Oh, wow. In Phoenix, a U.S. Marshal was ambushed and shot outside a federal courthouse in a drive-by shooting. In Linwood, California, a suspect approached a patrol car and fired a handgun into the passenger side window. In Suffolk, Virginia, a suspect opened fire on a marked police car, hitting the vehicle 3 times. This is within 24 hours.
All it takes is one person.
These acts are despicable. Rhetoric such as defund the police is likely to have negative consequences for law enforcement across the country, threatening the safety of our communities. As Los Angeles Sheriff Villanueva warned, the ambush in Compton is a, quote, "sober reminder. It's a dangerous job. Actions, words have consequences," he said. Our job does not get any easier because people do not like law enforcement. It pisses me off," he said. "It dismays me at the same time. There's no pretty way to say it." The president wants law and order, which is the best way to ensure peace on our streets. And he wants our police to be respected and protected. And with that, I'll take questions.
Yes, Haley, thank you so much. I have 2 questions, if you don't mind. The first one is about masks. This morning, CDC Director Robert
See, this is the kind of shit I'm talking about. This is what they always do. She comes out with a serious message, trying to send out some real information about a serious topic, and then this dumbass is completely deflecting and starting to talk about masks. We're talking about cops getting shot this past Saturday, and then a sequence of events unrolling with other police officers getting shot across the country. And then as soon as she opens the floor to questions, the first thing they want to talk about is damn masks for COVID-19. Come on, let's go.
Redfield testified that masks are more guaranteed to protect people from COVID than a vaccine. Last night, the president continued to question their use. So why is he sending mixed messages about something that doctors say can save lives?
The president.
I don't even know if I can finish this video. I don't even know if I can continue with this because I already know where this is going to go. This is why the media is so worthless. This is why the media is so poisonous. The press secretary can't even come out and talk about real issues. And I'm not sitting here saying that COVID-19 and masks and all that stuff is not a real issue. But let's stay on topic. The reason that they're deflecting is because they don't want this to get too much attention. They want to reel people back in to the COVID-19 thing. Let's not talk about all these cops getting shot across the country, and let's not even talk about why this is happening. Let's ignore that and ask questions that have nothing to do with this, out of sight, out of mind. If we don't talk about it, it doesn't exist, right? Let's see.
The president has always supported mask wearing, and he's made many comments to that effect from this podium. Yesterday, he was pointing to a quote that even Dr. Fauci has noted, which is that masks can have unintended consequences. While we support wearing them, and it's patriotic to do so, the unintended consequences can be inappropriate usage, touching the mask, and then going on and touching something else. So the president very vividly described that unintended consequence that can come if not worn appropriately.
Right. And secondly, on September 3rd, you said the herd immunity, so-called theory, was something made up by the fanciful minds of the media.
Really?
That was never something that was ever considered here at the White House. But last night, the president said that the country would eventually achieve herd mentality. I believe he meant immunity, to explain how the virus would, quote, go away. So did the White House shift its position about this in the past 2 weeks since you made those comments? And what is the position about using it as a strategy?
Herd immunity has never been a strategy here at the White House. The president last night was noting herd immunity is over a period of time, a country, a society can reach herd immunity. It's a fact. It was not a strategy ever presented here at the White House. And in fact, he went on in that very same exchange to say with the vaccine, this will go away very quickly, noting our strategy is to get a vaccine. And we will do so at the fastest rate for a novel pathogen.
So he doesn't agree with Dr. Atlas's view that everyone should just catch it and then we'll move on.
That's not Dr. Atlas's view. Dr. Atlas, I'm with him every day. He's never proposed herd immunity as a strategy, nor has the president.
John.
A couple of other questions on COVID, if I could. Have any members of White House staff recently tested positive for coronavirus?
Man, I'm done.
I don't share.
I'm done. I've proved my point. And this is exactly, like I said before, this is why the mainstream media is so poisonous, and this is why they're so absolutely worthless. Like, I don't know how anybody can't see this right now. And, you know, I can only say so much. But this is a clear indicator. If this is your first time seeing a video like this and maybe having this pointed out, every time this happens, every time the press secretary comes out, I want you, if you'd be so kind, if you're willing to do so, listen to what she says and then listen to the questions that the press asks afterwards. They almost never coincide. They go completely off topic on purpose.